A couple times there's been a situation over the last probably 2 or 3 weeks where with my 2015 F150, all of a sudden these little problems right at about 100,000 miles to 110,000 miles that I've seen these most common at is the fuel pump driver module, the purge valve, and the starter, all about the same time. And you guys have probably seen that my starter video from yesterday, I'm recording this the same day that I did the starter video and releasing it today so you guys know. But the starter is a huge issue on these trucks, right at about, I would probably even say as low as like 80, 90,000 miles, they start to act up. This one made it to 108,000. I just replaced it and it starts so much faster. But then also I was like, I wonder what that stumble is. The stumble usually happens right at about 500 or 600 RPM, and the fuel level's around a quarter tank to like half a gallon, like it's on the lower side, and it never happens more on the upper side of how full it is. Well, that indicates that it's sucking in probably excessive fumes because the fuel level's so low and more vapors can fill up the tank. Let me check the purge valve. Well, here's the purge valve. It sits right on top of the engine, right by the throttle body. 2 8mm screws hold it down. There's a green clip from the purge line that goes from the canister assembly underneath the truck up to the purge valve, which is this, and you push in the 2 little tabs underneath and you force up like you're pushing your fingers, like you're going to push them in and then you're going to push the tabs up. It's really hard to get it to pop out. But then how you check this when you pull it out of there is like this. Now, I can blow through it with it unplugged. It's bad. Now, if I can suck through it, it's 1,000% bad. And I can suck air through it. I can feel it letting it through, and I can lightly hear it. Purge valve's no good. So, let's replace it. They're known to go bad right at about 100,000 miles or so. It's normal. It's a wear item. Almost all vehicles this happens with. And the reason I say it's a wear item is because it's common. The new purge valve, I got this off Parts Geek. The new purge valve is AU5Z 9 Charlie 915 Edward. Let's throw it on real quick. Here, watch this. The new one, nothing passes at all. Yeah, it's 108,000 miles on the original purge valve and starter, so yeah, it's gonna go. Normal. Then you're gonna get back down in here, take your purge valve. If you want to spit on the O-ring, you can. You don't have to. It's nice and lubricated lightly anyway. The material's got like a lubrication built into it because of the type of rubber it is. Silicone. Then you take your screws, put your screws back in. And then with an 8mm, go ahead and screw it back down. Alright, I got that nice and snug, and you see what I mean here about these little tabs on the bottom. You push them in and then push up. See a lot of people trying to pry on the top and they don't realize you got to release the pressure on the bottom. Then it pops up. Slide it back on, push it back down. You're locked in. Go ahead and grab your connector, give it a nice push and a tug. It's done. Problem fixed. Drive your truck. This condition can also cause, right after filling up fuel, if that valve is stuck open enough, while you're filling up fuel, it will push raw vapors in here and that valve won't stop it from flooding the intake manifold. It will flood that intake manifold out, and you'll have to sit there and crank your vehicle for a while until it clears out. Or it'll start in a run real rough right after filling up fuel because that valve is bad. It's not stopping the fuel vapors from flooding the intake manifold. There is a procedure called clear flood mode where if you have push button start and it happens to you gas pedal down to the floor, brake pedal, push button start, let it crank for about 5-6 seconds, clear out, then try to start it normal. You might have to clear it out once or twice, and it will fire up. If you have a key, gas pedal to the floor, hold it there, crank the key over, it will disable the vehicle from starting, and it will clear out the excessive fuel that's in the intake manifold, and that's also a way for you to prime your oil system after you do an oil change. That's all I got for you guys. I appreciate you. Be blessed, and I hope this has helped you.